Today we are talking about really simple productivity tool. And hey, it is not AI, it is just actually your brain and your organization. So yeah, productivity, of course we are talking about AI for productivity because AI is increasing your productivity, no doubt about it. And thankful for that tool. But today I'm just going to share with you really old proven productivity tool, and that is 135 method to reclaim your workday. It works like a charm, and especially if you have many clients and if you want to serve them, yeah, this works really well. So, hey, if you are meeting me for the first time, I'm Supets. I'm excited to be over here. I'm Supets, lifelong solopreneur, now turned entrepreneur, small business owner, author, and yeah, just excited to serve solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, small business owners so that they can scale and grow their business with ease of even collaboration. I have a free course called 27 Ways to Collaborate, and that's a great strategy so that you can save your hard earned money and you can collaborate, you can borrow other people's audiences, and you can create a win-win situation and grow your business with ease. You can even go global, means basically that is the main idea. If you have a digital business, you can go global with really an ease of collaboration. So without further delay, let's see how we can add more productivity into your business. Okay, so stop spinning your wheels. The 135 method to reclaim your workday. So transform your chaotic to-do list into a structured plan that eliminates decision fatigue and maximizes your productivity. Yes, we want to create productivity, right? Yeah, and that was my problem initially when I became my own boss. It was like that I would spend my hours and hours in doing the things which I was doing. Yeah, I was feeling comfortable and which I enjoyed, but didn't even think whether those are tasks are big or small or medium, or whether they have high priority or not. And once I started implementing this rule, it really changed because this rule actually breaks your each task into big, medium, and small task, and also after that you can prioritize. So it is actually not just prioritizing, it is actually depending on the size and importance and urgency, you can create your workflow. So the hidden culprit behind your unproductive days. So ever sit down at your desk with the best intentions only to find yourself 3 hours later having anything accomplished, basically really nothing. Hey, you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not lazy because as a solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business owner, you are wearing many hats, and it depends which hat you are wearing for the most of the time. Of course, you are a business owner, it is better to wear the most important hat, that is CEO, CFO, which is really high paying hat, but still we end up wearing most of the time admin hat, graphic designer hat, and these tasks we can always outsource or delegate, but we end up doing a lot. So let's see, what you are experiencing is decision fatigue, that mental exhaustion that sets in when your brain is focused to make too many choices without clear parameters. So it's like trying to navigate through a forest with 1,000 possible paths and no map. Eventually your brain just stops trying. So, decision fatigue is especially brutal for service providers and freelancers who juggle multiple clients with competing priorities. Okay, so each new request creates another open loop in your mind, right? an unresolved task that silently drains your mental energy even when you are not actively working on it. So, the more open loops you have, the harder it becomes to decide what to work next, right? This is when you find yourself checking email for the fifth time, and that actually nowadays I have set my email checking as the last priority because that can wait. And scrolling social media, yeah, means it is better to post your, but scrolling really is time consuming, and they're recognizing your desk instead of actual billable work. Okay, you are organizing, yeah, just these are really not that important, means for you to create revenue, means those are, yeah, I only mentioned that you have to declutter, and it is good for feng shui and energy flows and all, but all those things you can do over weekend when you are not doing actual client work. Those tasks you can do over weekend, but when you are really confused what to do, then you will just keep on checking email, you will scroll social media, you will keep on organizing your desk. And those things are really neither, they are big nor medium, not small task. They are not important for that particular work day, right? But there is a beautifully simple solution that cuts through this mental gridlock. And we are going to see what is that solution. So, introducing 135 rule, your brain's new best friend. The 135 rule is productivity answer to decision fatigue. Yeah, it's a framework that gives you your day just enough structure to feel manageable without being overwhelming. Yeah, let's see how it works. There is a one big task, three medium tasks, and five small tasks. Okay. So, one big task, this is your most important project for the day, the one that moves the needle for your business or delivers major value to your clients. And if you don't have clients and if you are just digital product creator, then it is a revenue generator activity. Okay, so examples might include writing a client proposal, creating a presentation, or developing a new service offering. So this is one big main task. Then three medium tasks, okay? So these are moderately complex tasks that require focus but can be completed in less time than the big task. So this might include client feedback sessions, content creation, or financial planning activities. Then five small tasks, quick wins that can be knocked out in 15 minutes or less. Those are the small tasks, right? Yeah, think invoice submissions, scheduling social media post, or replying to straightforward clients' email. Okay, so those can be small tasks and they can be done really fast. Now, the beauty of this system lies in its constraints. Okay, by limiting yourself to these nine total tasks, you eliminate the overwhelm of an endless to do list while still ensuring progress across different areas of your business. Yeah, as a solopreneur, entrepreneur, we have a huge to do list, and it is impossible to finish everything on that to do list. But if you break down this way and you prioritize, things become way easier. So, why the 135 rule works when other methods fail? So, unlike complex productivity systems that require significant setup time or specialized apps, 135 rule works with whether whatever tools you already use. Okay, its power comes from three psychological principles. So what are those? It leverages the power of constraints to reduce decision fatigue. We don't want any kind of decision fatigue. It creates balance momentum through a mix of quick wins and substantial progress. So, quick wins you are getting from the small task, right? It addresses your natural tendency to overestimate what we can accomplish in a day. So, most importantly, it acknowledges reality. Okay, no day goes perfectly according to the plan, it never happens. So but by limiting yourself to 9 key tasks, you build in buffer time for the inevitable interruptions and unexpected client request. Keep yourself some buffer. So 135 rule doesn't just make you more productive, it makes you feel more productive. And the satisfaction of checking off completed task is really good. So at the end of the day, you feel you accomplished something. Otherwise, you keep on doing things, and at the end of the day, if you feel horrible, that's not a good feeling, right? So how to implement 135 rule? Here it is, the step by step guide. Yeah, so ready to try this productivity game changer? Here is how to implement it effectively. First, do all the brain dump. Okay, start by getting everything out of your head. Write down all the tasks, ideas, and commitments without filtering or organizing yet. This clears mental space for the next step. Then, categorize by size. Review your brain dump and sort tasks into big, medium, and small categories based on complexity and time required. Be honest about how long that thing actually can take, okay? Then prioritize within categories. Select one most important big task, three most critical medium task, and five most urgent small task. Everything else gets scheduled for future days. And if you finish all these 9 tasks on that day, hey, of course, then you can go for your next day's list. Okay. And work now top down. Tackle your task in order of size. Big task first, then medium task, and then small tasks. So remember, there was a story that the teacher comes with a glass jar, and he says, okay, he comes with rocks and sand and water and everything, and he puts the big rocks in the jar. And he says, is there any time left for the is there any space left for the other things in this? And students say no. Then the teacher keeps sand into the jar. Now again he asks the students, is there any space left? No students are worried, they don't know what to say, yes or no, so they just keep quiet. And some say yes, some say no. So the teacher now takes water and he puts water in the jar, and that is what he says, that tackle your big rocks first. And then you have time remaining, you can go for the medium task like sand, and then water all the small tasks. So what is the lesson over here? The lesson is that you have to put the big rocks first, because if you don't put the big rocks first, they will be never finding room in that jar. So first put the big rocks, then the medium rocks, and then basically small tasks. So this ensures you address your most important work when your energy is highest. So what is the pro tip here? Do your planning the night before. This eliminates morning decision fatigue and lets you hit the ground running with a clear plan when your workday begins. See, for me right now, the priority is this presentation. So I plan these presentations 1 week in advance over the weekend, so that when I start my day, all the preparation is done. I have to just review my slides and get started. That really works well for me because this is non negotiable for me. So all the non-negotiable, once they are done early in the morning, I'm really happy to spend my day whichever way I want. Now tailoring the 135 rule to your client work, okay? So if you serve multiple clients, 135 rule becomes even more powerful with a strategic tweaks. So client specific rocks. Assign specific tasks to specific clients rather than mixing client work throughout your list. So for example, your big task might be for client A, while your medium task might be for client B, and small task might be for client C. So batch similar tasks. Group similar activities across clients. So if you need to create social media content for multiple clients, batch this work as one of your medium tasks rather than counting each client's social media as a separate task. Batching similar work at the same time really saves a lot of time because you don't have to keep on changing the platform. You are on that platform anyway, you are doing that work anyway. So it becomes really simple to finish all those related jobs at the one time. It really saves a lot of time. Then client rotation system. Create a rotation where each client gets a big task day throughout your week. This ensures all clients receive deep focus work regularly while preventing any single client from dominating your schedule. Remember, the goal isn't to fit every possible client task into your today's 135 list. It's not possible, okay? It's to just make meaningful progress across your client roster while maintaining your and delivering high quality work. So, tools that make 135 rule even more effective. The beauty of 135 rule is that it works with virtually any productivity system, whether you prefer digital or analog tools. So here are some options pair perfectly with this method. Paper planners with dedicated daily sections. Yes, I still use paper planners because I just like them in front of me on my desk. But digital task managers also I use like Asana, Trello, Todoist. I use Trello and ClickUp, and those digital task managers are really good when you have team because you can put your task immediately into those digital tasks and notify your team members so that it saves your time and you don't have to worry how to instruct. So those are also really useful. Then simple note taking apps with checklist features, that's also possibility there. Yeah, means for example, I still have some tasks written in my Google Calendar. Pre-made digital templates specifically designed for 135 method, those also really great. Whiteboards with visual planning in your workspace. So my family is very much into whiteboard. So if we need to do any kind of shopping, any task and all, they go on whiteboard. So we are using all these systems. And the key is choosing a tool that makes it easy to distinguish between your big, medium, and small tasks at a glance. Digital products can supercharge your 135 implementation by providing pre-made templates and automatic task tackling. Okay, so ready-made digital planners eliminate setup time, so you can focus on your other tasks. Overcoming common 135 rule challenges. Even the most effective productivity systems encounter roadblocks. So here is how to troubleshoot common challenges with 135 rules. When your big task is too big, if your big task can't realistically be completed in a single day, break it down into smaller milestones, okay? Make one of those milestones today as a big task and schedule the other ones for future days. When client emergencies derail your plan, build in a 20% time buffer when planning your 135 list, okay? If no emergencies come, use this time for professional development or getting ahead on tomorrow's task. So, emergencies do come. You have some space to handle them without destroying your entire day's plan. When you can't decide what deserves to be a big task, ask yourself which task, if completed, would make me feel like today was a success regardless what else happens. You need to feel productive at the end of the day, right? So that's your big task. Alternately, which task would have the biggest negative consequence if not completed today? No, it is your business, your strategy. You ask yourself and you decide. Hey, you are smart enough to start business. You are smart enough to decide this too, right? Remember that perfection is not a goal. Perfection is not possible for living human being, and my guide always tells me the day you become perfect, God will call you because then you are not human being. But as far as you are better today than yesterday, everything is fine. As far as you are not making the same mistake again and again, you are fine. So mistakes are allowed, but don't keep on doing the same mistakes again and again. And if you really want a shortcut, learn from somebody else's mistakes so that you won't do those mistakes, right? That's why it is so critical to have a guide or mentor in your life. So, even completing 7 out of your 9 planned tasks represents significant progress compared to an unfocused day. Give yourself some grace, okay? Even if you finish 7 out of 9 tasks, you have to celebrate because you did your best. And that is again part of the smart goals, means you set the goals which are little bit outside of your comfort zone, and but still they are achievable. So you are, if you shoot for moon, and even if you don't shoot for moon, you can at least shoot for star. But if you shoot for star, if you have a low aim, yeah, and if you achieve it, it's not actually, yeah, satisfying your full potential. So let's see real success stories. So 135 rule that has helped countless service providers reclaim control over their workdays. Here are some real world transformations. So before implementing 135 rule, I consistently felt behind with my client work. I would start a day with 20 plus tasks on my list and feeling like a failure when I have completed only 5 6. So this is actually Jennifer is talking about, okay? Now I plan realistically, prioritize effectively, and consistently finish my days with a sense of accomplishment rather than dread. Now, a web developer says that as a web developer juggling multiple client projects, I was drowning in competing priorities. The 135 rule forced me to make tough decisions about what truly needed my attention each day. My clients are happier because I'm delivering higher quality work on time, and I'm happier because I'm not working until midnight anymore. Yeah, Marcus got work life balance. The common thread in these success stories isn't working more hours, it is making more intentional choices about how existing hours are spent. Now, start your 135 journey today. So, you have learned the system, you understand the psychology. Now, it is time for you to implement this in action. and experience the transformation for yourself. Try this right now. Take 10 minutes to look at your current to do list. I'm giving this presentation in North America here early in the morning. So if you are in this area, your day is just starting. Hey, and but if you are in other areas like Asia and other places, hey, this is your previous night, so you can plan for tomorrow. Everything is good. So identify one big task, three medium tasks, five small tasks for tomorrow. Write them down in this format and then commit to working through them in order from big to small. So, after just 1 week of consistent implementation, you will notice less decision fatigue throughout your day because your priorities, your big tasks are already identified. More billable work completed in less time. More revenue, right? And that is our idea, to create more revenue, more conversion. Improved client satisfaction from more focused deliverabilities. A greater sense of control over your schedule because you know what is important, what is a big task. Reduced end of day mental exhaustion. So remember, productivity isn't about doing more things, it's about doing the right things in the right order. The 135 rule gives you a framework to make these decisions with confidence. And I want entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small business owners to have holistic success. Of course, financial success is important, no doubt about it, and that's why we start business. But I want you to be more productive and I want you to have success in every area of your life. I want you to have mental health, emotional health, physical health, and that's why of course, financial health that I mentioned in the first time anyway. And that's why I try to provide solutions in each and every area so that you will have fulfilled happy life. And that's the goal, and that's why you might be thinking that I'm covering various areas of training because I really want you to have fulfilled life. I want you to live your dream life because you work really hard. You deserve it. You are smart. You started your own business. You are smart. Means many people might be thinking of starting, but you started and you are working on it. And that's why my every offer is designed to help you. And I do have free community where you can join. That is a joint venture win-win collaboration. And I'm creating one new free community even on the all-in-one platform that will be launching very soon. So you can join that free community and ask for help from peers, help collaborate with your other businesses which are complementary to your offerings, which have the same ideal customer profile, and create a win-win situation because you deserve it. So I want to give you all possible resources, but you have to do your part too. And that's why I'm here. If you need any help, anything more, please contact me, and I would really like to help you. Many of you know my story. I was bedridden, and when I recovered, I thought it was a second chance in my life. That was the bonus life. And I just wanted to give my bonus life to solopreneurs and entrepreneurs because I have been in that category whole of my life, and only one entrepreneur understands other entrepreneur, neither their friends nor family, and that's my whole goal, that to provide them an ecosystem so that they can grow with ease. And hey, if you want any possible help, contact me and I'll be really, really happy to help you. Thank you and God bless you. See you again. And please tell me what all the topics you would like to know. And if they are under my expertise, I would really like to cover those for you. And if I am not expert in those fields. I will get guest from outside to help you. But please tell me what you want, and accordingly I would like to serve you.